Hello everyone, welcome back to Super Nerds Gaming. I'm Simon and it's a very special video that I've got here today for you. Well, it's special to me anyway because I have recently acquired a bit of retro hardware that I have been after for a very long time, and people who've been following me or watched these videos might have a little inkling at what that hardware might be, but I'm really happy because I pulled the trigger on it because it's my birthday very soon. So I thought, you know what? If I keep dawdling on it, I'm not going to get it. Ladies and gentlemen, I have finally purchased an Atari Jaguar.
I believe your system is the most advanced in the universe. Let's review the numbers. Sega Genesis is 16 bits. 3DO is 32 bits. The Atari Jaguar is 64 bits. Which is more advanced? Clifford! With 64 bits, 3D graphics, real-world animation, and lightning speed that you can only get with Jaguar. Which is more advanced? Clifford!
Can you repeat the question?
Jaguar! Jaguar! Jaguar!
Now, a lot of people look at the Atari Jaguar as a failed system, but I don't know, it's something special about it. Maybe it is because it was like an underdog in that it tried to be better than all the other systems, and unfortunately Atari just didn't have the funding to kind of keep it going. But I've always wanted one just for the sheer fact, and this might sound silly to use, for Alien versus Predator. Now they're like my big franchises that I absolutely love, and when I actually found out when I was quite young that about them being on the Atari Jaguar. I was nowhere into collecting games then. And then when I started becoming a proper collector and I had a decent bit of kit that I never had when I was younger, the Jaguar did come up again as something I wanted to get. Unfortunately, I've had so many near misses and I've had a lot of opportunities to get one and just they weren't at the right time. If I've got one at the start of my collection, I would have saved a lot of money because I remember seeing one in Level Up way before I started collecting properly in a box for a very cheap price. But yeah, and I've been to Play Expo and that, and there was one there and I was and ahhing about, and yeah, I just went, you know what, it's my birthday coming up, I'll pull the trigger and I'll get one. So I'm going to stop rambling on now and we're going to look at the Atari Jaguar that I picked up. So guys, here is my Atari Jaguar. I can't explain how happy I am just to own one of these systems. It really is, such a good feeling. Me Jaguar quest is finished in the sense of acquiring one. Now, I absolutely love the Jaguar logo on here. It's just so eye-catching and iconic with the four kind of scratches down on the R there. We got the Atari logo here, 64-bit interactive multimedia system. It's got a few scratches on it, but nothing that's like, oh, that looks really bad. It actually looks in really good condition apart from that. I probably need to give it a bit of a clean in the covering on the vents and stuff like that. But yeah, it is pretty good condition. Really happy with it. I was actually surprised how big it was because I don't remember it being that big of a system. I thought it was a bit smaller, but I think I was comparing it to like a PC Engine, which is really smaller. Some of the bits that I did get with it then, so I did get obviously the main console. I did get a pad, so I've only got one pad for it, but that's enough for me to play games, so I'm not quibbling, which is quite nice. I actually do like the pads. They are quite chunky, but they seem to fit my hand pretty well. And I do like how the buttons are laid there. I did used to scratch my head at this when I was looking into Atari Jaguars way when I started collecting, and I was like, how do you even do this? And then the inlays and stuff, it actually works fine. I think a lot of people just make too much about it, but yeah, I'm really happy with that. So move that on. I did get a SCAR cable for it. I don't think this is an original one, because it's got like some sort of custom on where it's plugged into the telly. So I don't think it's original, but you let me know. It does look it, but if it's been custom done, then yeah. And then obviously the power cable. So moving on from the system, I will show you the games that I did get with this. So the first game is obviously a packing game, which is Cybermorph. This is like one of the games that you'll hear so much about on the system as not being very good because of the draw distance. I played a bit of it. It's actually not too bad. I think a lot of people just hate on it because they can. It's not too bad. It's not the greatest, but when you put it next to like the likes of Star Fox and that, it's no competition. Star Fox beats the likes of this. It really does. But I was, you know, quite intrigued with it. And this is the actual only game that I got with this that has the inlay that goes over the pad. So there's the inlay for Cybermorph with obviously these are the buttons that would sit over it, and then you'd have super weapons, toggle, forward, and so on and so forth. I am a bit gutted there's the only inlay, but I am going to try track down some of the ones for some of the games that I do have here. So that's Cybermorph. Next one is an absolutely legendary game, Tempest 2000. It's such an addictive game, it really is. So much replayability with this. When I stuck it on, I only went to try it for a little bit, you know, just to test the games, but I ended up on it for like a good 30 minutes before I was like, hang on, I've got to test these other games. But it's really good. What I've got to say is I love these carts as well. It's like really chunky carts. Obviously, that's to pull it out from the console. And you got the big Atari logo on the back. But yeah, I'm loving everything about that at the minute. So there's Tempest 2000. Next game is Hover Strike. It's actually really good. I really enjoyed what I played of this. It was better than Cybermorph anyway. Obviously you like a hover tank on a moon, and I was blasting alien ships or just, you know, enemy ships and that. It was pretty good. I did like how it played. I'll probably play in 1 to 2 player cooperative. That's even better. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So it's a game I knew nothing about. I've never really dug into what the Atari library had, because I thought I will wait to do that until I got it, because I did get this system for one game only, which we will come up to at some point. So that is Hover Strike. Next game is the granddaddy of FPS games. It is, of course, Wolfenstein 3D. Now, Wolfenstein is like a favourite franchise of mine. I think I love Doom way more than I did Wolfenstein, but I've appreciated Wolfenstein a lot more over the years, especially with the later incarnations of it. I enjoyed the Xbox 360 version, and then New Order. They were just, you know, superb games. But I'm happy to own the actual, well, not the original, but the original game on the Jaguar, and it plays really nice. It plays quite fast. I'm really happy with that. Now we have the granddaddy of, well, I say the granddaddy of, you know, shooter games. This is the one that everyone thinks of when they say about, you know, the best FPS game, you know, retro FPS game. It was Doom. Where Wolfenstein, you know, brought it all forward. Doom was the one that kind of perfected it and made it better. This is apparently the best version of Doom as well on the Jaguar, even though it is a soundless Doom, although it does add to the atmosphere a lot. I have watched a few gameplay videos of it, and a lot of people make that mention, and it, when you're playing it yourself, it does look good, and even without the sound, it's still pretty good. You do have the sound of the weapons still, but just not of the levels. But I'm really happy to own Doom on the system. And the next game is the game that I wanted this system for. It is Aliens vs Predator. It's probably easily the best game on this system, in my opinion anyway, so far. But I'm a massive Aliens fan and Predator to some degree. And this was one of them games that I've never played. A lot of people said, why don't you get it on emulation? I just didn't want to go there. I wanted to actually play it, you know, on the original system, and I'm so happy I've got this now in my collection. And honestly, I'm a massive Alien fan. I'm just so happy. My earliest memory of the Atari Jaguar was my mate having it and telling me he had AVP on it. I was just so naive back then, though. I didn't really get into asking, you know, get it out, let's get it played. It was only in later years that I've become a collector, but I am so happy I picked this up. I really am. Now, the last game I've got is my only actual box game that I got with this collection, and that is Iron Soldier. Now, it's pretty tatty, the box, as it is. It's probably one of them things with this collection now, if I'm going to be collecting for it, I probably won't be looking out for the game boxes, because very much like the SNES, they're cardboard and they don't last. So if I can get a game for cheaper for just cartony, I'll probably be gonna be doing that. Now, Iron Soldier, I've actually played quite a bit of this, and I really enjoy it. It's very mech warrior kind of looking. Obviously you see this manual is pretty beat up, as is the box. There's like sellotape all over it and stuff, and then obviously someone's written $12.99 on the back. I don't know, maybe they paid $12.99 in a car booty or something for it. But yeah, it's actually really enjoyable game, and it just surprises me what the Jaguar can do. And a lot of these games have done that. It's just the surprise of what the system can do. So in total, I got 7 games with this system, and I'm really happy. It's like I've got a ready-made collection there. Now, the price I did pay for this console was £200. I have seen in expos and that the console for £100 with Cybermorph. I've seen that at the last expo, and I couldn't bring myself to buy it then. But when I saw this one there, with these 7 games, especially with Alien vs Predator, which is something I wanted, I put kind of a £200 bid on it on eBay, and surprisingly I won it. And I think I was very dubious, as that's a lot of money, but at the same time, now I've got it here and I've played a lot of it, I'm quite happy I paid it, because I can only see Atari Jaguar stuff going up, especially the CD stuff. That's something I'm not going to bother with. But let me know what you think of this game collection and the Atari Jaguar itself. Do you own it? Do you collect for it? And what are some of the games I should look out for it? And again, guys, thank you for watching, and thank you for being on this Atari Jaguar quest with me.
And I say to you, my brothers and sisters, hell is a deep, dark, foul-smelling prison of the damned, filled with fire and brimstone, lost souls and demons. And how do you escape this eternal damnation? You blast the nasty pink demons right between their beating little eyes.
Doom for the 64-bit Jaguar, the best Doom ever.